in this recording, or am I?
Well, are you editing or am I?
I can edit.
Okay, then
Okay,
I see
give me
no sense
one.
in me grabbing it.
I am also recording.
Ah, yes.
You're recording.
So are you going to comment about Eric Easton and make it so that you can't just post it straight to YouTube?
No, I don't think I will talk about him.
I still hear people say things about that sometimes.
Alright, let's get some show notes.
Yes, I don't have any. I haven't done this in forever, so...
Alright, well, we want to talk about the
Nonsense.
Twitch.tv debacle.
Yeah.
Do you have a mechanical keyboard?
Who?
You?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it sounds like it. Alright.
I can't. You can hear my keyboard?
Yes.
No. By the way, you're bringing in a lot of static when you talk.
I'm bringing in static. I know my headphones are kind of broken, but I didn't know they were that kind of broken. Let me try moving it a bit. Still
Yeah.
static? Is it better now?
A little. It's a
I
little
can't
better.
hear you now, so it's not better.
Okay,
Alright.
Twitch TV.
It's better?
We want to talk about... That's a lot better.
Okay, good. I'll show you what I have rigged here. Because I have to get a new headset. It's not under warranty, they said. Because it's like 3 years old. So I have it rigged with a binder clip. I'll show you. Course XSplit. I always have this issue. It's like, can't save to be normal. So, yeah, there's my... have to do that so that I can hear anything. Not pleasant. The splitting stuff apparently has been out there for a week, David told me.
Oh, it's been out there for a while, but there is a way to get around it, and we'll do that on cast.
Oh, okay, interesting.
There is a diplomatic way to actually get around it, but...
Is this as a response to me because I was complaining about that?
No.
Oh. I never get responded to. Have either of you done Vintage Masters drafts at all?
Yes.
Oh, what do you think of the format?
It was really fun. I loved
What
it,
deck
but it
do you
was so
like?
expensive, so I did 3, I think.
Oh, I've done in the 100, somewhere between 100 and 150.
Wow! Well, the EV wasn't that bad. It was just that the swings were so big.
Well, you have to draft the right deck. I actually have a pick order if either of you want it. This was by the streamer Ryuseiju.
Yeah.
Download that. I mean, I'm not supposed to give it out, but I don't. You're
The
normal.
West are definitely threatened.
I'm not planning on
Even
doing any
Q and
VMA,
Tabal
so...
is not
I've
outside
given
of the
that to like
reach of
7 people,
Urartu.
so it doesn't matter.
And
But
Urartu
it's a
is
good
growing
pick
stronger
order.
every
Just
year.
never draft Blue-Green
That
Madness unless you've
Salmanis
done it
is
a lot.
not done with...
I force red, black, or white every time, and my best decks are red, white, or red, black.
Right.
If you get Astral Slide or Lightning Rift, you go Rift Slide. 100%.
Yeah,
Even if you get a Rift in pack 2. But Storm is bad. Did you draft Storm at all?
No.
I have
It's
never
horrible.
drafted Storm. I've never done it.
It looks like a trap for good players.
It's a trap for everyone.
Yeah. For
Oh,
people
apparently
that thought
some-
they were good players.
Yeah, apparently some of the pros were drafting Storm and able to make it work.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you get Library of Alexandria or Yawgmoth's Will, pack 1, pick 1, you're drafting Storm. So out of all my drafts, I have no power, no Jace. The most expensive card I've opened is Mana Drain and Volcanic Island. That's it. There's my money.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, there is my money for the format.
So how
Nothing
did you do? How
over
much did it cost you?
$15. What do you
Did
mean,
you
how
break
much
even?
did it cost me? I'm a little bit under breaking even because I had a bad streak last week. But
You apparently
we're
had
like,
a very bad streak with the cards.
oh yeah, I mean the cards don't matter. But I run at about a 63 to 64% win percentage, so
That's good.
it's break even. And with
Speaking of...
Hmm?
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to say, speaking of win percentage, I'm at about 65% or so with a pillow fort.
Put it in a daily.
I'm planning on, how they've got that single elimination overdrive.
Yes.
I was planning on running that tonight.
Oh, okay.
Because I know the champion of that, and when I was doing it 2 months ago, the champion of it was Soul Sisters, and it just wins every single time. I figure I can shut that down, no problem.
Yeah. I'm going to be drafting at my local game store tonight. And possibly picking up Mono Green Devotion for under $200. With 4 Nisses in it, which is $160. So...
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, a friend of mine likes to buy things and then sell them. So as in buy them, play them for 2 weeks and sell them. So if I pick this up, I'll play paper again.
Oh, that's definitely worth it.
Competitive?
I think it's a $350 deck that I'm paying $200 for. So whether or not it's competitive, I can just sell it and make on eBay instead of to the game store.
That's my Vintage Masters story. I just have bought a lot of cards.
Yep, I was doing that, and then I figured why not just draft the format instead.
Takes longer.
Yep, and you get your like $3 foil plateaus.
Yeah.
Because but I have 40 some odd Tyrant's Choices. That's my favorite.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
It's my favorite card in the format.
Did I not tell you that was going to be a good card?
Shut up. Shut up! The thing is, when you're playing Carnophage, Sangromancy, Tyrant's Choice, your deck curves out at Dothry Mercenary on turn 3, so yeah. You go Carnophage, Mercenary, they're at like 10 life, Tyrant's Choice, you're dead.
Sounds sweet.
Yeah. You tried that last night, didn't you?
Last night my deck was a mix between Rift Slide and Goblins and aggro, and it was a complete mess.
And we ended up playing Cards Against Humanity.
Yes!
Because of it.
We did that the day before as well, and we had like 10 people in it. So that was a lot of fun. But that was definitely good. I'm going to try to do that more often and maybe get some people that I know that don't play Magic to at least watch the stream for that.
That'd be funny. You could probably get an entire stream.
I
really
really
could do a stream based off of that. That's just amusing.
Because like that guy Penguins BR, I don't know if you were there when he came in the chat, but he's a guy that
I remember seeing Penguin.
Yeah, he was actually one of the original co-hosts of the podcast. He hasn't played Magic in a year and a half. And he came in to just do that.
Dan, have you ever played Cards Against Humanity?
No.
You should. Next
time. Do you know what it is?
No idea.
I would say after the show we can do it, but I probably have to leave to draft. So.
I'm gonna give a brief explanation.
Okay.
What happens is
do you know Apples
dish out a bunch of.
That's like a little kid game.
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You deal out a bunch of white cards, and they have names, phrases, objects, whatever. Funny stuff. Okay. Or absurd stuff, or just irrelevant stuff, whatever. And then a black card is flipped over, and it has a situation or a phrase or something, and there's a blank. Everyone submits one of their white cards to fill in that blank or multiple blanks.
Okay.
And then whoever is the czar or person in charge gets to pick which of those cards makes the thing, the phrase, the funniest, the most absurd, whatever. And then you score points based on how many of these you win. And it gets infinitely better when you've been drinking.
Yes.
I bet it does.
Oh, you get some really, really crazy stuff based off that.
My intent is to do that in the near future. Didn't say that.
No. All right, so welcome to Just Another Magic Podcast.
Oh, we're recording.
Well, I was recording a while ago.
Oh, geez. Well, then you need to cut that. I didn't know you were recording. Well, hello everyone.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
We've been on summer vacation, but we're back.
Summer vacation, just like the Puzzler for any of those of you from the Northeast that know the radio show Cop Talk. And Dan is dying.
Yes. And
No, I was throwing stuff.
Oh, you're that angry, huh?
No, they just...
You're Mad Viking. We're not even 3 minutes into the podcast, and we already have the Mad Viking.
Yeah.
Well, he's had to go through a whole day waiting to come on the show, so he must be angry and anxious of waiting.
Had to go on a couple of berserk runs.
So yeah, we have the fan of history himself, if that's what he's still doing.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
This is my sexy accent.
We love your accent, Dan.
All the 3 people that are listening, like, though, I don't know, we're going to go with a third of a woman who's listening.
Okay. I won't tell my wife about that third of a woman. Yeah. Which third?
The good third. The good third.
Oh. Intriguing.
Right,
wait,
so
well, you should actually, let that person contact me as well. Wait, what?
What?
What are you who are you talking to?
Whoever that person is.
The third woman.
Person? Okay, I don't know where you guys are going with this, but...
Well, sometimes after good Viking rampage, you find a third of a woman and make do.
PG-13, PG-13.
Dan, you're terrible. So yes, how is being a Viking?
It's awesome.
And a fan of so if you're a fan of history, then you know about Vikings.
Yes.
And you know that they kill stuff.
Yes.
It's about all you know.
But I know that because I kill stuff with my Viking axe.
As a fan of history,
you run after like stuff in the woods with a Viking axe to kill it?
No, normally we raid other coasts.
Oh, okay. So
what is Baltic countries, Russia. We never raid Finland because they are dangerous.
Raiding Russia is a bad idea. They have nuclear weapons, so I don't think.
Yeah, but those things takes forever to aim, so we are out of there.
I think they have a little bit more of a radius than.
But that's why you have to be sneaky. Okay, so we are talking about magic, right?
Yes, the magic of being a Viking.
Well, actually, I was gonna say, Dan, being a fan of history. Before we get into any magic, can you give us a little tidbit on history, a historical fact to kick us off?
A historical fact. Well,
caught him off guard there.
Yeah, right now I'm doing the early 8th century BC. So there is a super powerful kingdom in Armenia and in the mountains in Turkey called Urartu that are kicking ass right now on the show.
So there are a bunch of turkeys.
Okay, hold on. Can you say that again? What's it? What area? What region?
It's the border between Turkey and Armenia today. And it's sort of
called?
like the early proto-Armenian state. It's called Urartu.
Urartu?
Urartu.
Urartu.
Yeah,
you know what?
They kick ass.
That sounds a hell of a lot better than any of the names that came up for the wedges and cons.
Yes, I agree with you completely there.
Nice magic reference.
So, speaking of cons, I'm going to segue that. Have you guys seen any of the new spoilers?
There are new spoilers?
We've got a few. We've got
let's try to pronounce all of these names first.
Oh yeah, okay, let's. Yeah.
Zorgo Helm Smasher, but we knew about him. Oh, there's a triple land. And it's...
Yes, those were spoiled today.
Yeah.
I won't fetch
But
them.
yeah, okay.
So we have Abzan, Jeske,
Jeskai.
Mardu,
That's stupid. the dumbest name for red, white, black. Mardu.
Shut up. And Teamer. It's like Teemo. Teamer.
Teamer. What is it rhymes with femur.
Teamerat.
Lemur.
Lemur.
Yeah.
Teamer the lemur.
This is not a children's show, is it? Teamer the lemur.
PG-13.
Yeah, I know. If it was a children's show, we'd be like, hey, that's Teamer the lemur. You know? We're educating people about animals.
Yes.
All right.
History and animals. Okay, so for those that haven't seen, you got Abzan, which is junk, black, white, green. Jeskai, which is blue, white, red. So you got America sounding completely Jeskai. I don't even know what the hell that is. You got the Mardu Horde. Mardu Horde. That does, like, maybe if the name sounded somewhat Klingon or German or Russian or Mardu. Mardu for black, white, red. Sultai, which is black, green, blue, and Temer or Temer. I think it's Temer because Temer would be double E for rug.
Yeah, but sometimes if you have a vowel after a letter after an E, it will be a high E.
Hi!
Like lemur.
That would have been better than Mardu.
Yeah, hi.
Hi Horde.
Hi Horde! Coming to you! Hi!
Hi! It's a battle cry. I mean, how dangerous or how... Mardu!
It sounds slightly retarded. Mardu?
Yeah.
Well, they are bringing... It looks like they're bringing orcs back because Zergo Helm Smasher is an orc.
Yeah.
All right, and he is 2 and a random
2 and a Mardu.
combination. And a Mardu.
2 and a Mardu.
2 and a Mardu.
2 and a Mardu.
A 7/2 haster attacks each combat if able.
Did you lose me?
No, I think Greystone died.
Greystone died. That's sad.
That is sad because he's the one recording this. So,
Yeah.
we'll wait for him to come back. His internet died. That's what it says on my end.
Yep. No answer.
Call.
Are you hosting the
Call
call?
him back. Yeah,
I died. What the hell?
you died.
And you came
Yeah.
back!
Is that part of history or future when people die and come back?
It's part of
Okay.
that big cross you have there on your on your logo.
Dan, I'm glad you're recording this because I just lost that.
Okay.
Oh. Good. So Dan's gonna have to email that though. All right. He has.
Well, he's got a decent internet connection, so it won't take long.
I'm gonna
It
post
takes
it on
me-
YouTube.
Takes me 20 to 30 minutes to upload a show.
Alright. I have crap internet connection here in the northern wilderness.
I think we've been over this, but what's your internet speed? Isn't it like 10 megabits per second?
It's 10 here, but it's 100 in my apartment.
I have 100 kilobits per second.
Yeah, I've got 10
Whoa.
up, and I'm then upgraded into 50 down.
Wow, the 20th century called and want its internet back.
Yeah. Double dial-up speed. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I stream in 720 off of it somehow.
Nice.
Yeah, we're still not sure about that.
Not sure about what.
So, how the hell you manage
I
that?
stream at 12 frames per second, dude.
How does
Right,
that
so-
even look?
Looks fine.
Okay.
Where was I?
We were on
I
that
was
it
on
has
that.
indestructible as long as it's not your turn. And whenever a creature dealt damage by it dies, put a 1/1 counter on it.
Right. So yeah. So when it drops, you swing. They either take 7 or they're dealing with an 8/3 next turn.
No, it has indestructible. Oh, as it is
Only
your
on
turn.
your
Oh,
turn.
okay.
So
I
on
thought it
their
was on
turn,
their turn.
it's still bolt bait. It can still be hit by lightning strike, but
But
that's a
that,
good swing of damage.
That's a big lava axe.
Big lava axe.
That's a big lava axe. So they brought
curl
Morph
lava
back. I know we didn't talk about any of this stuff.
No. So we got Morph, which is
We got Raid and Prowess as well.
what's prowess?
Prowess, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
Wow. Wow.
Stormlight.
Give me a link for that.
It's on mythicspoiler.com. Jeskai Elder has Prowess, which is 1 and a blue for a 1/2 with Prowess, and whenever it hits a player, you may loot.
Prowess. Okay, so what, oh. So that's Jeskai. That's... America Control did not need that.
America Control... What do you mean America Control?
Sorry, Jeskai
Control.
Jeskai Control.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're playing Jeskai Control here.
Okay, Jeskai Control didn't need that.
And then, so what do you think of the ability Prowess?
Sounds like Stormlight.
In Constructed, it's going to be nice. In Draft, it's going to be useless.
Not useless.
Well, it's not going to be as good. How many spells do you generally have in your draft decks?
Depends a lot on the format. Like in Vintage Masters, I'm preferably playing 3 spells. 1 being Rites of Initiation, but in a normal format, probably 5 to 7. Very format dependent, so it'll really depend on this. Like in formats like Theros, I'm running more spells because of the bestow shenanigans and all that. And, what's it called? Heroic.
Yep.
So it depends a lot, but the other ability in the set, which is Raid, when it enters the battlefield, if you attacked with a creature this turn, something happens. So in this case, Mardu Heartpiercer for 3 and a red. It is a 2/3. When it ETBs, if you attacked with a creature this turn, it deals 2 damage to target creature or player.
Interesting.
Seems pretty good and limited.
Yes.
Yeah. I think this is actually going to probably be a really good tool for teaching new players. Any new players that they got in from M15, being able to teach them about the first main phase, combat, and then there is a second main phase. To be able to get that into their heads.
Yep.
I think it'll be a good way to do that. A good teaching mechanic.
Did you guys play with Morph the last time around?
No.
I've played with Morph before.
Yeah. Do you expect to see any Onslaught block cards coming back?
The Onslaught fetches, please.
I meant the Morph cards.
No.
Like Bane of the Living or Exalted Angel.
Bane of the Living, maybe. Exalted Angel, probably not.
Exalted Angel was a house at the time, but now it would be weak.
Exactly. But Bane of the Living would still be really good.
Yeah.
An Esper control deck could pop up. We can still call it Esper, right?
I think so.
Okay, an Esper control deck could pop up.
Hold on, what's the symbol for... Oh, that's the symbol for cons, okay. I was looking at the speed versus cunning deck because there's a few of them in there.
Oh, okay. I think they would have put it under the main page on Mythic Spoiler. Oh no, there are some. Oh wait, no,
Yeah,
that's not the symbol for cons. That's
have...
not the symbol for cons. That's the symbol for speed versus cunning. Because Repeal and Goblin Bombardment are reprints. And they're not in the con symbol. They're in.
I would love to see Goblin Bombardment be reprinted.
Why? You're a terrible person. Go away.
Just 'cause.
You're a terrible person. Go away. I mean, Perforos and that in the format.
Yep.
It's just, no.
Interesting.
No. Now I have 2 people against me. Why are you people red mages? Come to the dark side and play control. We have cookies.
I have been. I have been playing control.
Shh, we shouldn't segue yet. Are we done with cons?
Other than we have the Tri-lands have been spoiled.
Ah, yes. Now, do we know if it's going to be all in the first set, or if we're going to get them spread out? I don't think we know that yet.
As this is the only wedge set in the block, they will all be in.
Yeah, I think
the wedge structure is not going to carry through the whole block.
Oh, okay.
Because I think we're visiting Tarkir at different times.
Oh, right. Because what's going to happen is dragons are extinct in the first set and in the second set, but they said nothing about the third set because that's the far past.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a
present,
I think the
future,
second
past.
set, the second set is going to be the time travel set, the one that links the first and the second together.
So that means we're getting Time Walk reprinted since it's time travel?
Doubtful, but
don't bet on it.
But no, they
But the third set
is
Dragons of Tarkir, right? They have the trademark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so a dragon set will get a lot of new players into it as well.
What'll be interesting is the way that they have set up the design. When cons first comes out, you're going to do triple cons. The second set comes out, you're going to do 2 and 1. Then the third set comes out, you can do 3 of dragons or 2 of dragons, 1 of the middle set. And that's how it's meant to be drafted.
Yep.
Isn't the triple format just like one of those cutesy things that they do on Moto for the release queues so that they get the cards out there, or is this an actual legitimate draft format?
No. This is a legitimate draft format. This is the way that the set was designed. So the middle set is designed to be drafted with the first set alone and the third set alone.
But the third set is designed to be drafted by itself as well?
Yes.
Okay, so when they flashback this, they could either do 2 cons and 1 middle set, or 3 of the third set.
Well, we shouldn't be looking at flashback drafts yet. That'll be in like 5 years.
It's probably been 2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why can't we flashback Innistrad? I'm sitting on too many packs right now.
We had a flashback draft for Innistrad already.
I know, but then I did one of those Premier Sealed.
Twice?
Yeah, I know. And I did well in those. I sold my packs. Then I did the Premier Sealed Innistrad thing, and that was a big mistake because you can't sell the packs for anything right now. So.
Oh. Speaking of pre-releases and Premier whatevers, I did the M15 and
so
got screwed out. I got screwed on my prize support, so I sent my ticket to Wizards. They gave me a reimbursement of my entry fee.
Same here. Yeah, happened to me
4 hours. 4 hours after the events had finished.
Yes, same thing happened to me.
How did you get screwed in prize support?
When a stupid thing, when Magic does its update,
yep,
it automatically ticks that stupid little box that says I'm not eligible.
Oh.
What? So I have to untick that every single time. I don't know.
I've never had that issue before.
That was not the reason I lost my prizes.
Why did you lose your prizes?
I have no idea. I just didn't get them. I was playing 6 release tournaments at the same time because I have many accounts.
I was doing,
and one of them didn't get it.
I was quad queuing and hosting Saturday Night Melee at the same time. So it was like, oh.
And your internet wasn't choking?
No, but my computer was choking. I have 8 gigs of memory. Each beta client takes up like 2. So my computer was choking.
The pre-release was a fun time.
I hated the format, but that might have been because I was playing 4 at once.
I loved it, and I was playing 6 at once.
And I was like, okay, I have to shut off Skype now because I'm getting messages. I don't have time for that.
But the structure was weird because you only had to win 1 match to get...
Oh, I wasn't playing friendly. I was playing with serious sealeds.
Oh. That's a difference.
Yeah, I wasn't playing against noobs. I was playing against semi-noobs.
Huh.
Yeah, my first one I got absolute jank, and then my second one I actually pulled a Garuk and a Chandra.
Nice. I've done 3 M15 drafts. I hated all of them, and I 3-0'd 2 of them, so I'm not going to complain. And I opened a Chandra in the one I didn't 3-0, so, you know.
Nice. I think I opened every single card in my pre-release.
How many pre-releases?
I can't tell you that, but it was plenty. The prices are really depressed because of these pre-releases.
Yeah, well, why they did that was because we saw the M14 issue with Modern Masters being out.
Yes.
So they had to do something about it, and I guess the switchover gave them an excuse. I don't know what they would have done without the switchover, though.
That also makes the M15 drafts horrible EV right now, as the prices are so low.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah. Vintage Masters is a lot better.
Yeah, VMA is great. The value, I mean, I have not opened, for those of you wondering, I've done well over 100 drafts of VMA. No power, no force of will, no Jace. Most expensive card I opened was Volk Island in Mana Drain.
Wow.
Yeah, we were talking about that a bit before the show, and I don't think people believe me on that, but I have a buddy at my local game store I was talking to. He's done about the same amount as me, and he has 3 sets of power.
Wow.
Yeah. But he doesn't actually win the drafts, so he's probably breaking even like I am. So Alright, so I guess now we should segue into what you were segueing into earlier, your modern pillow fort deck.
Oh, no, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Alright, and
worst segue ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, worst terrible segue ever.
It was pretty miserable. So, I played Mono Green Devotion in Standard a couple of weeks back. The deck is insane. I did it at FNM. I'm going to be buying the deck probably this week for paper. And I must say, coming off of Magic Online only for almost a year, the people that play in real life are so easy to beat, because it's something that, you know, when you see on Magic Online, okay, I'm 1800, I'm not that great, but I'm good. You go back to paper and all the people are terrible.
Yes.
Because you're not playing against other 1800, 1850 people. You're playing against people who would probably be in the 1500s.
Can you see your rating on version 4?
No, you can't.
Okay.
Last known information was 1842.
That's good.
It's okay. I would have liked it to be higher, but just for anybody who plays Magic Online only, if you don't go back to paper, you're wrong. Especially with the beta client giving you an excuse to. The competition is very light. So.
Oh yeah, you go after playing so long on MTGO where it's just purely you're playing the cards. As soon as you can sit down and you can start playing the player as well,
yeah,
it's just so much easier.
Exactly. There's this psychology behind it, and I mean, people give things away, especially the younger players. They're just, oh, I drew my good card, whatever that is, in their deck. They'll say something like that, and you're okay, they drew their good card. And you can completely see through some of the other people who are just saying that to bluff.
I remember Paper Magic and the last millennium.
I had vague memories of it, and my last memory of it was people who smell like body odor and cigarettes in a small
body ogre. Body smell like body ogre.
Body ogre.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Body ogre.
I guess I'm poking a fat joke at them too. Sorry, guys.
Speaking of, I saw a butt crack today. I was walking down the street. A guy was sitting in a bus shelter, and I just looked over, and all I saw was giant butt crack. I'm like, oh my god, dude, pull up your pants. If someone else was with me, I would have gone over. I would have done the pose and got the picture done. But
yes, you should have.
No, I was alone, sadly.
Oh, you asked the dude next to you, here, take my $500 phone and take a picture.
$500, like $40 phone at this point. It's 3 years old.
Oh, okay. Well, still, that's $40.
All right, so we know that. Well, Jason
should have done that.
What?
Should have taken a picture. You should have just trusted the guy next to you. You live in Canada. Everyone's nice up there. If he stole it, he would be like, sorry.
All right, so Jason, you stream on Twitch. Dan, you've streamed on Twitch before, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Plenty, but that was last year.
Well, what do you think about the new Twitch TV rules that have been brought about since Google bought it and the copyright music.
They
And we're
seem
going to
harder
mute
than the
you.
rules on YouTube, right?
Yes. So what happens is, if you play copyrighted music on stream, which is just about anything, I believe they also mute OC Remix stuff, because I was playing a lot of stuff on OC Remix yesterday, and that is muted as well. But any music that you play, assuming it's copyrighted on OC Remix, isn't, or it's Creative Commons license. I don't know exactly what's going on with them.
Well, under public domain, anything that has been done in the U.S. is classified as copyrighted until 2065.
Wow.
All right.
So they just mute it. They mute the music and you.
Yeah.
Yes.
They will mute. Yeah. They will mute you for half an hour, and they will permanently mute your replay.
Wow.
Wait, what? No, they don't mute you when you're streaming.
Yes. If they come on, because they've got people watching it, if they come on and they hear the copyright, they will mute you for half an hour.
I didn't know that.
Whoa.
I thought it was just on the replays, and I was like, well, I don't care.
No, the replays is permanently gone. Like, your audio on the replay is gone. But if they come in and they watch and they bust you, half an hour you're muted.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, that just, I mean, who's going to watch streams now?
Why is it different than YouTube then? Because if you play music on YouTube, you just lose the right to the ad revenue.
Well, this bothers me more so because when I watch streams, it's interesting to hear the new tastes of music, unless, you know, it's something really terrible.
Yeah.
But a lot of people like the Nightbot feature, which allows you to request music to be put on a playlist. And that's one of the main things that my stream does that others don't, is we put that up.
Which actually makes me question, if you are, because Google owns YouTube as well,
Yes.
if you are using Nightbot to go through YouTube to stream their own content that they have, are you violating Twitch's agreement, because they're also owned by Google as well?
I don't see why you would, but apparently you are.
But can you stream? You can stream on YouTube now, right? So are the
Yes.
same rules there?
Probably not.
So this looks like an attempt to just kill Twitch.
Well, I mean, yeah, Twitch has been killing itself for the past year and a half anyway.
Yeah.
What's next? They're going to add in Google Plus integration.
Oh no. No.
I know.
No.
Google Plus. Someone added me on Google Plus last week. I was like, what's Google Plus? And then I looked it up and I said, oh, that thing I signed up for with YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know many people that actually use Google Plus. They use everything else that Google owns, but not Google Plus.
Yeah, they should just buy Facebook and get it over with.
I remember being in the beta for this Google Facebook type thing. It was like Google Blips or something. I forget what it was called. That was like 5 years ago.
Oh.
And it never went anywhere.
Yeah.
It was terrible, though. And then they just used Google Plus and put it on YouTube, and now it'll be on Twitch, and the next thing you know, you'll go to Yahoo and they'll integrate Google Plus.
Well, do we have any reasonable Twitch TV type alternatives?
The only alternative I heard was YouTube itself.
No, there is another alternative. Okay. It's for foreign streamers, mostly, nowadays at least. I forget what it's called. I know because the streamer Ryu Seiju that I really, really like streams on it. Again, it's mostly foreign, and my internet browser doesn't save history. So
I just looked up on using Google, of course, for Twitch alternatives. There's one called Hitbox.tv.
Yep, that's it, Hitbox. Hitbox.tv. It's pretty terrible, though.
What about GamingLive.tv?
Never heard of it.
Yeah. And Ustream.tv.
Ustream, it's way worse than Twitch.
StreamUp.com.
Never heard of it.
I don't I don't trust the .com.
Why don't you trust a .com?
Because it's a .com.
And that means what?
.com is different from, say, .tv, .ca, .uk.
Well, yeah, I know that, but if your email is under Gmail, it's a .com. If you go to Google, it's a .com. I mean, .com, I know it means something different, but it's not a bad thing.
Call me paranoid then.
Yeah, I will call you paranoid. Like, .com means .commercial, so it's a commercial site. That's all it means. It doesn't mean anything else. .tv, I don't know what exactly that means. I'm assuming it means a televised service or something.
I think it's just meant to sound like TV.
Yeah, I think it's just extensions, because now you can get any extension you want for, I think, $100,000.
Yeah. There is a small...
I know... Well, I run my fiance's website, and she's under .ca, but you can also run .org. You can run. They now have access to .xxx, and there are certain regulations that are qualified under, or there are certain regulations under certain extensions.
Well, .ca would be Canada, which I believe CA is like a US.com, because there's no .us unless it's a government website in this country.
Yeah.
But .org has certain limitations.
Yes, .org does have limitations. .edu has to be an educational site.
There is a small island group called Nui, somewhere in some ocean, and they have like 2 inhabitants, but they have the domain .nu, and in Swedish that means now. So if you have like get a job now in Swedish, it's really good to have that address. So Swedish people have like 98% of their email addresses, or their domain addresses. So they earn quite a bit on that island group by selling addresses to Swedish companies.
Yes, they would. I guess I won't go on that tangent because that's completely unrelated. But yeah, they don't mean anything other than what the extension means. And yes, there are regulations over some things, but the difference between a .tv and a .com and a .net aren't going to be any different. It's the stuff like, I don't know if .biz is around anymore, but that has regulations on it. And I know .gov, obviously, .edu.
So what about that card game we talked about earlier?
Oh yes, Magic.
What do you mean, Magic? Is that the thing where you do the card tricks with your hands and go whoop, whoop, whoop?
Actually, I was explaining that and how magicians get away with that to my son yesterday.
Do tell.
His softball trophy ceremony thing was yesterday, so
wait, your son plays softball?
Yes.
Why not baseball?
Because
does it hurt too much and they don't want to say sorry?
No, because he's too young to go up to baseball.
I was 7 and I was playing on baseball.
Well, that's good for you.
I know, it is good for me. It was probably more like 6, I don't remember, but...
Either way, after the cover band disappeared and left, they had a magician, and he was doing a bunch of tricks and everything. And so I studied magic when I was in my teens, so I started explaining to him specifically card tricks and how magicians do that. And he was rather entertained by that.
Interesting. That stuff is quite interesting, but...
Yep.
Oh, it's always fun.
And then once you know it forever, and it's never fun to watch it again.
Oh no, it's great fun to watch it. Are you kidding me?
I tried to steer this back to Magic, but then we went on another tangent.
Well, we're talking about Magic, so you should shut up.
Yeah, I know a great Magic pickup trick if you want to impress girls. You want to see a magic trick, and then you go like, Sphinx's Revelation for 10!
Except not a Sphinx's Revelation.
Okay, carry on.
Oh, I think you just killed the crickets. That's why we're not hearing them.
Yeah, they are probably dead at this point.
Yeah.
All right.
How many things do we have to cut this show? Let's play the game. Spin that wheel, boys.
I don't know, but what we don't have to split is about the rules about splitting.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I say it's a response to me complaining about it, but I know it isn't because it's 2 months late. So what are these rules on splitting?
Well, go.
Oh, I have to read them?
You're the one that has the problem with it. I'm going to tell you the solution.
You're going to tell me a solution. Let's see. I messaged these to friend of the show, David, earlier. So bribery. Players may neither offer or accept booster packs, rewards, or any other object in exchange for modifying the current outcome of a game or match. For example, during round 2 of a 3-round Swiss event, player A says to player B, concede to me for 2 tickets. This is bribery and subject to conduct action. The only exception to this is discussed in quote-unquote prize splitting. Prize splitting. In the final round of an event, 2 players matched against each other may negotiate their match result to split whatever prizes are at stake between them, including, but not limited to, QPs and invitations. Offering prizes outside those Magic Online would award based on the outcome of the match participants is still considered bribery. All prize splits are done at the player's own risk, and Magic Online will not enforce any agreed-upon splits in any situation. That changed. That was never explicitly said before.
Do you remember when they had the prize split suggestion and it was automated?
No.
They had that on like version 2. You could choose, like, suggest split, and then it split if both people did.
And that would actually save them QPs. So
I know the QPs wasn't around at that point.
Oh, it was based on rating then?
No, it was counted as a draw.
Okay.
And you split the prizes between you.
A player or players working together to gain an unfair competitive advantage in an event. An example of collusion includes sharing knowledge of draft picks with other players of an event during the draft portion of that event.
What is different with these rules compared to the earlier ones?
They never explicitly said that they won't enforce splits, which we know they didn't, but they never said that.
Okay.
And this is just clarification on it. But my question about collusion is, myself and David are both in the mocks this coming weekend. We know each other's decks. Are we going to be reported for collusion? Because we're entering the same tournament and we know each other's decks.
I can't imagine that. That must be very common.
How is that not common? I mean,
yeah, it must be very common. It must be very common.
Oh yeah.
Well, otherwise, the teams would be outlawed because of collusion.
Well, are there really Magic Online teams anymore? I've only heard of 1 or 2.
This sounds a lot like it's there because of the leagues coming back. Because the leagues were suffering a lot from these things. All of these things. The leagues were a cesspool of corruption.
Really?
Yes, they were horrible. That's why they actually took them away. Because they were very... They had prizes down to 32nd place out of 256 players. But they were quite top heavy, so... There was some really blatant collusion, like people entering with 5 accounts named the same thing with the number 1 to 5 after. And then just picking the best deck and then playing the other. Or they had to have 6 accounts in the league. And then they just won 5 matches against their own accounts. And then they won the league. So
interesting.
They have to... I know they put in a lot of thought about how to avoid this in the leagues when they come back. So I think this is entirely because of leagues.
Interesting.
Or at least that's a big reason.
So how do we get around it?
Okay, well, in the spirit of how... Okay, theoretically you should be able to do this online, but the way that it works in paper is you can't split pots, right? Same rules apply for online, the exact same. You can't just split a pot. That's illegal. You can get DQ'd for it. Same for bribery. But what you can do is you can, with, like say you're in the finals, you can renegotiate with the person that you're fighting and say, here's what the prize is total. First prize is this, second prize is this. Say first prize is an invitation and a box, and second prize is just a box. You could negotiate with them in front of a judge or whatever to say, hey, would you like to do this as a consolation for the prize? First place gets the invite. Second place gets both boxes.
Okay.
And so if someone say for example your opponent, all they care about is the invite. They don't care about the box. They don't care about the boxes. They've got more than enough cards. You can actually discuss this with them and say, okay, well, I'm interested in the cards. You're interested in the invite. Can we redistribute the prizes? So first place only gets the invite. Second place only gets the boxes. If both of you agree, then you can instantly go, okay, I concede. He wins. And it is still perfectly legal.
You can do that on Magic Online now too, according to these rules, right?
Yeah, if you have it down in a chat log, it should be enforceable. If you both agree that okay, one person will say that they need the QPs, you're only interested in the packs. You get a chat log saying, okay, well, we can agree that the winner of this match will win the QPs and the other person gets the packs. Is this agreeable? Both players say yes. You concede, you record the chat log. If he doesn't give it to you, then you might have a case for it.
Interesting.
Because it's not collusion, it's not bribery. The way that you describe it is, can we negotiate the redistribution of the prize system?
Yep. So has this been a problem on Magic Online lately?
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm guessing more than enough people have complained about, well, this guy said I would split with him.
You who? Me?
You? Yeah, you?
Yeah, I got banned for it. I got suspended for a week for something like that. I was like, I want the QP. And he was like, oh.
What?
Oh, bad boy.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Huh.
I got suspended for it, though.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so next time you go in, you type out, would you be willing to discuss a redistribution of the prize pool?
Exactly those words.
Yeah, because you're not asking, okay, I want you're not bribing them. You want to open a negotiation of saying, first place gets this, second place gets this. But you have to open it up with we negotiate a redistribution of the prize pool.
Okay.
And that should remove any bribery, because you're not saying, I'll give you this if you do this. It's between both of you. So not a single person can actually get DQ'd. Otherwise, you would both get DQ'd.
Okay. I will do that next time. And if they don't know what that means, do I put in parentheses split? Or no?
No.
No. Okay.
No. If they don't know what it means, you just suck it up and keep going. If they are intelligent enough, which I would like to hope that a majority of the Magic community is.
No, we aren't.
You should have no problems. I'm giving that butt crack.
Well, yeah, they're all around there. You know,
Gate
the term morbidly obese, that was made to describe Magic players. We know this.
Why was my phone doing that?
I don't know.
It automatically opened up Skype because I was talking to you.
Mine does that as well.
Stupid. Oh well. So, hi, Dan.
Hi.
Hello. You still a fan of history, or did that change?
No, I'm still a fan of history. And a fan of you guys.
I don't think so. You're the last fan we have.
I don't know. David would probably be a fan.
Yeah, I asked David if he wanted to come on today and talk about this stuff, and I said Dan would be on, and he said, oh, is that the guy that got us in trouble last time? I was like, yup.
Yep. That's me.
And he said, oh, I'll come on next week.
What's a little controversy?
Yep.
I know. Just old pals talking it out, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Two nice guys.
So Dan, what have you other than VMA? What have you been playing in Magic?
Lately, I've been playing a lot of M15. Otherwise, I'm still very much into Pauper. I'm doing
is that still a thing?
Yeah.
It's plug your gauntlet.
Yeah, I'm doing the gauntlet again. The Pauper gauntlet starting. Deck submissions start on August 31st. The Pauper gauntlet is a very casual thing, but there are some prizes involved. People submit decks, I play them, and the deck that I manage to survive the most rounds with wins.
And now my question is, why not play Vintage? The Power 9 is very, very low. You can pick up a Power 9.
I've tried. I have picked up all the Vintage Masters cards in a lot of them, but there's still like wastelands and crap that you have to get, so it's still extremely expensive.
Yeah, wastelands are expensive, but not so much for Vintage. You don't need wastelands.
For some decks Legacy, you do, but there's always something, and of course you need fetch lands, and I don't have any fetch lands
That's
anymore.
true. The fetch lands are high.
Yeah. So those are really bad, dangerous finance things.
But if you're speculating buy power, come on, guys. You're looking at $40 mocks.
I think the upside on power is a lot more limited than on some of the rares, and the mythics.
Well, the problem with the rares, the mythics I can agree with you on.
Yeah.
The problem with the rares that we've seen, if we look back at Modern Masters, none of the Modern Masters rares have really taken off.
What? You could do like 600% on Blood Moon, for example, in Modern Masters.
Well, no, I'm not talking about cards that did something in the format. I'm just talking about cards that are sitting flat on their playability. They're still being played in a few decks here and there, or they're still being played in this one deck. Like Arcbound Ravager, for example, is just sitting where it was before Modern Masters. It hasn't gone up at all.
Yes, but you could pick it up very cheap when Modern Masters was out, so...
Correct.
Still do. But you often there's much more leverage in the rares and the mythics.
Then I think there's more leverage in the mythics. You look at Tarmogoyf, 60 to 200.
Yeah, I'm thinking only online. So their Tarmogoyf went from 40 to, and you could get 100 for it at some point.
40 to 100, right? I was looking online as well. I don't know why I said 200, but yeah. You're looking at the mythics, buy into the mythics. I don't think Jace is a good buy, though, because we just had him reprinted in from the Vaults 20. Flooded the market there. I've seen so many Jaces from FTV 20 when I've been just trading with people who don't really spend that much, casual trading with people. There are so many Jaces out there, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, and I'm sure they will reprint him again in the Legacy Masters.
Yeah. Question for you on dual lands.
Yes.
I'm actually thinking no on dual lands, except for the cheap.
We have seen this before. Dual lands has been around 3 times before, and they have behaved like this all the time.
My concern... Now, I was originally in your boat as well, but then I thought a little bit more about it. I was thinking, oh yeah, obviously pick up lands, but we're seeing such a flood of lands into the market right now.
Yeah.
And I mean a massive flood. VMA events still fire like crazy. Are we ever going to recover from that? Because Legacy and Vintage, there aren't that many people who are willing to spend $1,000 on a deck.
What could really kill them is if they do Legacy Masters and they reprint them again.
Yeah. Or, I mean, Mox promos. They're reprinting them as Mox promos as well.
Yeah, I guess they're quitting that now. Are they still doing that?
They haven't since VMA came out, but before that they were doing it. So you can assume they're going to finish the cycle. But I've been thinking no on dual lands except the really cheap ones. Like you're getting plateaus for $2.
Yeah.
That's going to go back up. But things, the more expensive ones, I don't know.
I think they will behave like they did during Masters Edition. And like they did during the Master Edition flashbacks.
There's a big flood of them, though.
Yeah, but there's a big flood of them original as well.
I don't think they're going to go up until we see the fetch lands reprinted, because then everybody will be getting $5 and $10 fetch lands, and the dual lands will start to be the expensive ones again. Finance is all in cycles, and that's what the listeners have to understand.
Yes, finance is all about cycles.
And it's very easy to see once you look at things and you read into things.
But the power is interesting because it's sort of untested territory, so you don't know what the cycle is like. But they will take a lot of your finance budget if you invest heavily in them.
Oh, I'm not saying invest heavily. I'm just saying if you're ever going to play Vintage, this is the time to buy. VMA is going out in a month and a half.
Yes.
Or...
But that's true for all the Vintage Master cards, of course, if you're just getting playsets.
Correct. Then if you're buying VMA stuff, I would buy your power now. They might reprint the stuff in VMA again, like Force of Will. If that thing goes back above 50, they're firing off a reprint.
Yeah, and this will be flashback too, of course.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. But you're not going to be getting much power off of the flashbacks. You're getting 1 in 64.
What you need to be careful about in Vintage Masters is the restricted cards. I'm staying away from those. Because they, especially the rares, but most of them are mythics, right?
No, Strip Mine is not a mythic.
No, so that will have a hard time climbing anywhere.
Yeah, Strip Mine is 60 cents, and it's probably going to be under $2 for the rest of its time on Moto.
Yes.
By the time some giant meteor hits the Earth, you'll be buying $2 Strip Mines.
But some of the rares that are quite low now should be good, like
Mana Vault, an EDH staple for like 20 cents.
That's also restricted, isn't it?
Oh no, not Mana Vault, Mana Crypt. No, Mana Vault. Yeah, it's restricted, but it's a commander thing.
I'm thinking Ancient Tomb, for example. Null
What's that at right now? Like 2?
Yeah, 1 around there.
1? Oh, I'm going to have to buy into those. I thought they were at 250 or something.
Yeah. Some of the mythics are also ridiculously cheap.
Yeah, Oath of Druids is $2 right now. There's a legacy archetype right there.
Yes.
But it looks like most of the shows, I was going to say are, but I don't know about Dan's, but most of the show's speculations have played out. Correct, if you bought into Vintage and Legacy stuff that was not in Vintage Masters, it's all gone way up.
Yeah.
What is Polluted Delta, 95 right now?
Hercules Recall, pretty good.
Yeah. Liliana of the Veil is sitting at 105.
Yeah.
I'm still sadly sitting on my playset and paper waiting for them to spike. I paid 30 for them, they're 60. I want more.
The ship has sailed a bit, but I think another really good investment has been the Terror staples, especially the Journey into Nyx cards. But they are already climbing now, but during June...
Yeah. Mana Confluence was one of those. It's already back up to its original starting price, and I've been beating these drums on stream. I've been telling people, buy bulk Theros stuff. You still can.
Yes.
But if it seems like there's a slight chance that it could ever be playable, just buy it.
We do a finance show on Magic Gathering Strat, my YouTube channel, every week. It's done by Ferocious Llama. And yeah, Launch the Fleet was a good one there.
Oh, what's it at right now?
It climbed from the Pro Tour, but I think that's a good long-term pickup as well. Maybe not. I think it's gone down again.
Oh,
it had a really
I'm just telling people, you're gonna spend $20 picking up all of these crap cards, and if one card goes up to $3 or $4, you just made all your money back.
Yes. But remember also then that Journey into Nyx is in much shorter supply than Born of the Gods, and it in turn is in enormous short supply compared to Theros itself.
Yeah, Born of the Gods is the set that a lot of things haven't started spiking from yet.
Yes.
So Born is what you buy into. Journey, it's late for that.
And I think in a month you should definitely pick up, that is second half of September, right before cons. Pick up Magic 2015 then, because it will be really
pick up VMA then, because VMA goes.
Yes.
So, yeah.
But I don't expect VMA to drop much further, but Magic 2015 will just go down to the cellar.
Yeah.
Last year you could pick up Muta Waltz at 550.
That was right when it released, though. That was like 2 months after it released.
No,
that
it went down to 550 several times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember I was going to buy them for $8, and then they went up to $9, and I said,
I picked up
30
at 550.
Yeah. I remember some guy that was at the Mox, the paper mocks thing that they do, or the real life mocks. In his interview, they had said, "What do you do with Magic Online?" He said, "Speculating." And they said, "What was your biggest investment?" He said something like 1,000 mutavaults.
Nice.
And I don't understand how you do that with all the bots on there. Do you just like get 1,000 accounts and you take a day to buy stuff?
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
You probably have to have a chain of bots to get 1,000 mutavaults.
Yeah, you'd have to go through every bot on there and with several accounts.
And set up your own buy bots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not going to get 1,000 mutavaults from anybody. You're not going to get 1,000 of a $5 card from anyone.
If you pay 25 cents extra, maybe you do.
I guess. I don't know. Usually those are the sketchy bots, though, that pay 25 cents extra on stuff.
Yeah.
Then they take your credit.
Yeah, I know a couple of those.
Yeah, I've had another issue with our former sponsor, Motomart. My credit just disappeared again. Did you get yours back?
No.
No,
I've talked to the guy since then, but...
No, I used all of mine as soon as I had it.
Oh no, I'm talking about like the 60 cents of credit or something. Just wiped. It's like he wipes it every month. So I don't use Motomart anymore.
Me neither.
We have burned our bridge, and we have burned that to the ground, and we're blowing away the ashes.
Yes.
I had a lot of respect for him when he gave back the credit, but he did it again, so...
Yeah, he even wiped the credit he gave back.
Oh, jeez. I just took the tickets. I was like, yeah, I'm out of here.
I should have done that.
And then he also sponsored us, and thankfully, I was smart enough to take out the stuff. Because otherwise, whew.
So what cards do you see playable in M15 in standard after rotation?
Standard playable after rotation.
So,
in Soul Artifact.
Okay, but we're talking rares and
talking
mythics.
Money.
You didn't say rares.
Okay,
you just said
I
what
meant
cards.
money.
How about Nissa?
Nissa, yep.
But she's already spiked quite hard, so she can't go much further up.
I think Garrick might be okay. Because Mono Green Devotion is only losing Garrick, the old Garrick.
Yeah.
So you can kind of replace him with new Garrick.
Can you cast a 7 casting cost card in standard?
You can cast a 7 casting cost. You can go off with Mono Green Devotion on turn 4.
Okay.
Where you have 30 some odd mana.
You think Chandra will go up and see the price levels she
I don't think so.
No. Being reprinted
No, she's been printed twice. What do you think about Jace?
I've heard.
He's already spiked a little bit.
Yeah.
But do you think he can go higher?
Does he see play?
He doesn't see any play,
That's
but
bad.
he's come up a little bit from his low.
Yeah, it's really low.
Yeah.
For Jace. But no. I know I'm picking up a playset, but not more.
Well, actually, just while we're on this topic of M15, I want the people to notice that are listening. You can buy a set of M15 for $100 online, and you can sell it for $260 in paper. Just saying.
Nice. Can you redeem it already?
I believe so. I'm not sure. So I'm thinking of doing that. Let's see. Product type, redemption. No, you can't redeem it yet.
Okay.
You can still redeem Innistrad, though.
Huh.
But other than that, maybe the Soul of New Phyrexia might see a little bit of play, depending what happens.
Yeah, it's like 4 times the price of the other souls right now.
Yeah. How about Waste Not?
I'm gonna call Chief Engineer.
Are we having an artifact set? I don't think so.
Maybe
still
there's
saying it's
just
gonna see
enough
play.
pieces. But that seems risky.
Yeah.
Rabble Master.
Yes, that's money in paper.
What about in a slower format, Solo Zendikar?
Soul of Zendikar, that's seeing play right now, actually.
Yeah, it's really low.
It might take the place of Garrick in the Mono Green Devotion deck.
Hold on. Hornet's Nest.
I just said that. It's money in paper.
I wasn't listening to you.
You never do. And that's a good thing.
Liliana shouldn't be able to go anywhere.
Oh, you know, the best card in Magic history is in the set. Why isn't it going anywhere?
Island.
Shivan Dragon. 14 cents. You could trade a Black Lotus for it 20 years ago.
Yeah, I wish I did that.
Indulgent Tormentor.
Who's that?
The pre-release
That
card
was
for
the black pre-release.
If there's a pre-release card, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and it's a pre-release card that everybody played because it was so much better than the others.
And even if it wasn't, look at Blood Gift Demon. Was that ever over $1?
Yeah,
it's a
but
worse Blood Gift Demon.
Yeah, but we didn't have Devotion back then, did we?
But we had a slow enough format where it would have been fine.
We don't know the speed of the format yet, do we?
If it was a fast format, it would be completely unplayable. If it's a slow format, it's just barely okay. And again, the mono-green Devotion deck, even though it loses Garrick, that's the only piece it loses. That thing goes off on turn 4 or 5. So it's going to be a fast format. Rabble Red loses a lot, but I think it can still win quite quickly because you have the Gate Crash 1-drop is reprinted. We just need another Rakdos Cackler out of Cons, which it looks like the Shard that I don't know the name of.
The Mardu?
The Madu or the...
Aspect Speed. The Mardu Horde.
Yeah, whatever it is. But I think that Mono Green Devotion and Rabble Red will still be decks. Rabble Red will just slow down a little bit.
Yep.
So watch out.
Actually, I'm gonna go on a
dies.
I'm gonna go on a completely, I don't know, nothing to go on here, but I'm gonna say Preeminent Captain.
Is Dan launching helicopters?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
No, someone's vacuuming outside my apartment door.
I thought it was copyrighted music, and I was really scared.
Maybe it is. Who knows? Who's the censor that picks up the copyrighted music?
I'm gonna say Preeminent Captain because
how much is he right now?
I don't know.
Well, you're helpful. You're not on the
He's
goldfish
below
page.
50 cents, so he's not on the list.
Well, let's take a quick look at soldiers in Theros.
There should
And
be
we'll
a lot.
see.
Preeminent Captain, 9 cents.
He's 9 cents. Yep, that's a buy.
Yes.
I mean, the lowest he'll go is 5 cents. So, all right, in Theros we have Soldier of the Pantheon. He's a good one.
Yes.
A Crowan Hoplite. Well, that doesn't actually do anything. Annex and Siamede. That's a good one. Archetype of Courage. We have a few good soldiers. If we get some really good stuff out of Cons, maybe it's a deck.
Yeah. I'm thinking we're gonna see some. I don't see why we wouldn't. Oh wow, a Johnny's Pride Mate. I forgot that was a soldier too.
Yep, and then we have Kinsbale Skirmisher, Raise the Alarm. Well, Raise the Alarm doesn't do anything. The White Paragon is a soldier. There's definitely a White Weenies deck to be had. You have 3 anthems in the format right now.
Annex and Siamede.
The Obelisk seems pretty good.
Yeah, you have 3 anthems. You have the Obelisk, you have the Hall of Triumph, and the Spear of Heliod. White Weenies is also a deck. This is a very fast format we're about to hit.
Yeah, sounds
and that's
reasonable.
just Theros and M15. That is not Cons. We're losing Supreme Verdict. We have no 4-mana Wrath in the format. We have no 5-mana Wrath in the format. This is a fast format.
Ooh.
A very fast one.
I forgot Dawnbringer was a soldier too.
He's unplayable, though. I skipped over him when I saw him.
Fabled Hero.
That's a possibility. I don't think Heroic is going to be that much of a thing, though, unless we get...
No, but if you swing with a 2/2 first strike and then I'm going to drop down a 2/2 double strike.
Fair enough. I guess it's like the 3-mana 2/2 with Soulbond double strike, except a little worse. Then Giant Growtham.
How is Waste Not still 93 cents when nobody's playing
That's what I had said. Waste Not. It's not
Waste Not is
play right now, but it will.
Waste Not has dropped to 93 cents online.
Why is it 93 cents if nobody's playing it?
What? Yeah.
You have Thoughtseize, you have Duress, you have Mind Rot. There could be a discard deck.
I need to pick those up.
Wait till tomorrow. I'll get them for you.
All right. Sold.
Yeah, we'll deal with price afterwards. I'll get them a little bit below the price.
Oh my! I found another one with the preeminent captain, Leonin Snarecaster. Not a rare, but when it enters the battlefield, tap a creature.
Yep, you heard it here first by thousands of Snarecasters. Corner the market, folks.
No, you might... Shut up.
Corner the market! Then people will just have to... Then Theros packs will be worth money again. You see what you do, folks? You corner the market on this really crappy common.
That sounds like a sure buy all of those.
Yes, you just buy all of some common. And there's probably like 1 million out there. So you're going to be spending 100 grand on these. But it'll be worth it in the end.
And another 1,000 on your mouse arm when you're done clicking through all the bots.
Yes.
I'm going to hurt you.
Yes, you carpal tunnel just from a week's worth of buying Snarecasters. If anybody does that, you're really stupid.
What do you think of the Painlands?
I think they're a little bit low.
Looks low, but there are so many of them.
Weren't they only printed once before online?
Twice. At least.
Oh, never mind. Well, what I'm looking at for Painlands is I'm buying Scrylands, not Painlands.
Yes, same here.
Yeah. So maybe we look at Painlands after cons. I mean after the second set in cons, but not yet.
The Painlands were in Apocalypse and in 9th edition and in 10th edition.
Oh, I thought they were only in 9th. So this is the 4th printing?
Yes.
Maybe we just don't look at them.
Well, other than Shivan Reef.
Yeah, Shivan Reef, that's...
Shivan Reef will always be money.
Yeah, I'm sad because they plummeted in paper and I've had them for a while in my Storm deck. You know what's awesome in paper? Trading a Leyline of Sanctity for a Sword of Feast and Famine.
Sounds good.
Yep.
I hate you.
What?
I need those.
You need a Leyline or a Sword?
I need ley lines.
I still have a Leyline. I think it's like 20.
Yeah, it's about that. How quickly can you ship it up here?
I can ship it tomorrow morning. Because the post
Awesome.
office is closed.
And I'll find some way to pay you.
Okay. Yeah, they're 19 actually, so I can go 15.
Sold.
Alright. Yeah, I will ship that in the morning. How long does it take to get up there? Like a week?
About that.
And you need them by then? A week from now?
I need them ASAP. I'm looking at end of September. It's my absolute deadline of when I need
Oh,
to
okay, then you don't need them shipped tomorrow, but I'll ship them anyway. Alright. Works.
Yay!
Don't worry, we should have sponsor stuff eventually.
Eventually.
So, yeah. So don't worry about throwing stuff on PayPal or Moto or something. Alright, I will do that tomorrow then. I think it's in my
Yay!
Let me make sure I didn't trade the other one.
So do we have any other news that we want to talk about?
Well, the other news is you telling us we have to start podcasting for less than an hour.
Yes. Which we're just over, I think.
No, we're at an hour and a half.
Oh, wow.
Depends on how much you cut.
How old is the call?
My recording is 119 now.
Yeah, so it's as long as the call has been, so you got all the stuff before the show that we have to figure out how to add in or take out for some of it. And then we got Dan's magic trick.
Yes.
Yep. That's helpful, folks.
What?
Just do it.
Oh, that magic trick is staying in.
Of course.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know that's staying in. So it's very helpful for those of you.
All right, well,
All right.
I don't have anything more to say.
Any final thoughts from any of you people?
No, I just want to tell people to go check out my YouTube channel, Magic Gathering Strat. We are getting close to 2,000 subscribers and 1 million views.
What about Fan of History?
It's not that big, but check out Fan of History as well if you're into history.
I'm not. I checked it out and I liked it. So even if you're not, it's interesting stuff.
Oh, thank you.
All right, and you can always find us.
He does a damn job.
Yep. You can always find us hosted on mtgostrat.com.
And mtgcast.com if they ever post our shows.
You can find me at Master Greystone on Twitter, Greystone on MTGO.
And at Modern Master J and Jasonthemindsculptor and twitch.tv/JustAnotherMagicPodcast.
And Dan, how can all of our adoring fans find our loving, friendly, angry, throwing everything he possibly can, drunken Viking?
You can find me.
Hey, why don't I get an intro like that? Why am I just this guy?
Because he's Dan.
That's true.
At Twitter at MagicGathStrat, and YouTube and Magic Gathering Strat, and Facebook as Magic Gathering Strat. And there's now also magicgatheringstrat.com, where we run...
Not to be confused with MTGO Strat.
No. We run a lot of weekly writers, so every writer on the site is sort of committing to writing every week. So it has a lot of continuity. And there are some competitions on the site. We run a league right now. I think it just ended actually. It's in the playoffs. We did a modern silver-black league. And the winner of that league will choose the next format.
You need to keep me updated on this stuff. I would have played.
Yeah, I should have. Sorry. I run the YouTube channel. And
you're holding out on us, man.
Sorry?
Yeah.
How can you hold out on us like this?
Sorry.
Yeah, we need to get a #BlameDan on Twitter.
Yeah. I live under the impression that when I post a video about something, everybody knows it.
I'm not even subbed to Magic Gathering.
What the hell?
I don't like spam in my YouTube thing. Because I get emails whenever someone posts a video and it's like, okay,
turn that
man,
off, you know that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'll Google how to do that and then I'll sub to you so that you'll be happy, right?
Awesome.
Alright.
YouTube promised me an office room that I could use in London if I get to 5,000 subscribers.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
I don't think I get it all the time, but I can get it for a couple of days.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Yep.
On another note, if you like draft videos, subscribe to Windmill Slam. A good friend of mine, Dennis, runs that. I believe they're over 1,000 subs now. Huh? And they've only been going for like 6 months. So take that, Dan. They do really good stuff, though, not just to poke at Dan. Check him out. He also streams on twitch.tv/Stranjack with no C.
Alright. Glad to be on again. And
yes,
now you have to cast more, right?
Yeah, we're not on summer vacation anymore.
Every week?
Right.
Question mark?
That's the plan, unless somebody falls over and dies.
Uh-oh.
I mean, maybe we sent a team of morbidly obese people to go after Greystone.
Oh, that should take some time.
It's been... It's been nice not being assaulted by the heavy meta midget every week, though, when I finish the show so he can get the tape. And now that Dan is recording it, he should expect a midget coming through his doorway anytime to knock him out and steal the tape to edit it for us.
Awesome. I love midgets. Okay, let's close this out. Did I close that out by just saying that?
Yeah, I think we closed it out, right? Okay. So thank you all very much for being here. And why is Greystone gone? Oh, okay. He has to go to the bathroom.